And then Betty, Dinardi, Azzurri, and Madella at the other. Volante to Cecchi. And Italy take the first point of the game.
How important is she going to be today? Captain, leader, legend, let's go.
Tanner with the ball in from the back. Father to father. Quick shot and a catch on front line there by Azzurri. Abutsu sends it to Cecchi, switches across. Volante. And gets it through the defence there, just to the left-hand side of Orojo.
Wow, you can see how much it means to Italy. 2 early points and a nice little cushion.
Orojo brings the ball in from the back. Farber, Marion Farber. Civitillo shoots and the point is scored. Dinardi just not able to get her hands around that one there.
Super close to the line, that one.
Abutsu just between the legs of Dinardi. Madella across. Betty shoots and caught by Lydia Farber.
Solid pair of hands from Lydia there.
Pops it up to Salza. Farber again, switch across. Civitillo shoots and it's just dropped by Betty there. She almost had it in her hands.
And that 2-point cushion is back to 0.
Two defenders to really watch in this game are Abutsu, number 10 for Italy, and Zauser, 16 for Switzerland. Both of them have had phenomenal tournaments so far. Absolute defensive powerhouses.
Landing cool there on Chiara Keki. Switzerland in possession. Ball comes back.
Robach across the Tanner, shoots and caught by Abutsu.
Massive catch.
Two-handed. Dinardi now sends it long. And foot on the line called against Madella there. Lydia Farber just waiting for the ball to come back, and she taps it on the ground to restart, brings the ball into play. Lara Salza. Rohrbach across. Tanner again with the wide shot, and this time Abutsu gets both hands to it again to save.
She started really strong.
Dinardi, Volante, across to Cecchi, shoots and caught by Orojo. Again, that left-sided frame pivot. Switzerland again go through the same end. Tanner now sending it to the other end with the long ball. 3 passes has been called. Switzerland used an extra pass in defence that they hadn't realised. And the ball will be returned to Azzurri. Take the breakdown. Abutsu takes it first time. Switches across to Volante. Shoots and Zauser catches.
Big take.
First time. Calmly plays it to the other end. Farber through Farber. Civitillo sprints onto the ball, puts it down the line and scores.
Ooh, it's a big point. It's a big point. First time Switzerland are ahead in this game.
Betty now takes the ball in from the back. Abutsu feeds Volante. Across to Cecchi, runs in hard, and that's dug up. Rohu initially takes the dig, and then Rohrbach makes the final catch. They send it to Civitillo. 4 defenders. She looks to go towards the 90, but Betty catches her there. And it's recycled by Abutsu to Madella. And the Farbers catch it there with Marion on front line. Lydia, apologies. Marion now with the ball. Civitillo sends the ball long. Tanner stretches, grabs it, shoots second line, but the returning Volante manages to get that. And Dinardi quickly recycles it to the other end. Madella, Betty, popped up by
Farb to Farb.
Farber, then to Lydia. Now sends the ball long. Romain Tanner has to shoot. Oh, I thought that was all the passes gone there, but Italy have the ball through Abutsu.
Replay.
Azzurri.
It's really end-to-end stuff already.
And that's one of the first inaccurate passes that we've seen. One of the features that we've seen so far in the competition is that sometimes when the games get a little bit more tense, the passing goes a little bit more wayward and more errors get made. So far in the first 4 minutes it's been pretty clean, and that's the first real mistake that we've seen.
Yeah, they're going to have to move the ball end to end. You can see how good the defense is, and unfortunately a switch across the D is not going to do enough to score those points.
Azzurri takes the catch. Abutsu. Madella spins it, but Civitillo catches it, goes for the counter-attack and scores!
Total tchoukball. Catch it, shoot that ball back.
I don't think that's quite total tchoukball. I think that's counter-attacking tchoukball.
Ah, total tchoukball in my eyes.
You can see in the crowds that some of the Swiss players have infiltrated the Singapore team and made them support the Swiss team. Part of the noise that we're hearing, and they start to bang on the sideboards again as Orojo makes the catch on front line.
Chiara Keki starting to be shut out here.
Rohrback. Oh, shoots, and it ricochets off Czechi's right hand there. Just unable to get there. Switzerland move into a 3-point lead. Modelo across to Betty.
Oh!
Shoots and scores.
Is there any better feeling for a shooter than hitting an ankle? I think not.
Spoken like a true right shooter. Salza to Fava. Switch across to Civitillo. Sends the ball long, aerially. Tanner stretches, catches, and scores the point. Bounces off Abutsu's hands onto her chest, and then back down into the forbidden zone. Czechi brings the ball in. Donati. Chest passes it across. Now Betty with the long ball to Czechi. We're definitely seeing the strike shooters here, with both Tanner and Czechi at this end being utilised off the last pass of the long ball quite a lot.
Good take. Marion Favre straight in.
Yeah, I don't hate that in terms of her shooting occasionally to try and set the defence to give Civitillo more of the option to be able to score when it comes through. But Italy managed to recycle the ball there and score with a 45-degree shot through Chiara Czechi.
Chiara Keki is back. Let's go.
And Faber. Civitillo shoots. It pops off front line and just bounces awkwardly before second line can get there. Coaches applauding their appreciation. Volonte gets the ball, spins it. Oh, beats Salza with a low spin shot.
Italy starting to bring this gap down.
Araujo. Fava with the feint to bring it back to Rohrback, who controls it well. Tanner now has one pass left, and the defence.
Good take.
Yeah, combination of Abutsu and Volonte. Send it to Donardi.
Gotta go.
Betty now has to shoot. She goes for the 90 and manages it. Civitillo just on the turn as she made the dig there. Not managing to quite get it high enough for second line to be able to make the catch. Rajo. Rohrback. First time shot. Pot bounces off Czechi, who celebrates as Abutsu takes the return catch. Return to the same end. Volonte has to shoot, does, and Tanner catches her. Fava runs through now. Rohrback. Switch to Tanner. Shoot down the line. What a zero. Past the left shoulder of Volonte, who stands there with the double teapot, both hands on her hips. She can't believe how that one's got past her. Czechi to Donardi. Modelo with the option pass out to Atori. Czechi now goes for the 80-degree shot. And
that was as close to the line as you can get.
It was, yeah.
Fantastic shot. Fantastic shooting.
Marion Fava, who shoots, and Donardi makes the catch. Two passes having been used now. Czechi will have to shoot this.
Landing called.
Yeah, I think that might have been close to a given point anyway.
Yes.
But landing the first offence. Lara Salza will calmly take the ball played across to Rohrback, who switches back to Tanner with one pass left, sends the ball long to Civitillo. She's got two on the line. What can she do? Pops it over the top, and Abutsu charges in from second line to take the ball there. Modelo with not many options, goes for it and scores.
Ooh, straight off the knees of Lydia Favre. Big point, big point, and that's level game. Oh, massive point.
Araujo to Rohrback. Jumps off the wrong foot there, but still manages to get it through, and Tanner, this time Volonte equal to it. Tanner slamming the ball down the line, but it lands in the hands of Volonte. Betty now switching across to Modella, and it's, almost an excellent catch. It's a combination between Civitillo and Fava, but just a zone infringement with Fava putting her foot on the line, and the point is conceded.
Oh, this is really neck and neck stuff.
Lovely shot. Really lovely shot. And that's the value of those right-handed left shooters having a go sometimes. Just puts that element of doubt in that defence's mind, makes them think for half a second longer, and that might be all your other shooter needs on the switch. Araujo. Fava. Fava runs in at full pace, off the frame there, yep.
Unlucky.
I like the idea, targeting the second line, charging in hard, but the execution just not quite there. Azzurri. Cross. And caught by a combination of Araujo and Robak. Fava now will return the ball to Fava. Salsa and Araujo. Yeah, they'd already used their 3, but Fontana had not understood the instruction there. Abutsu to Azzurri. Madella shoots, and Fava catches. Civitillo wants the ball quickly, passes across to Fava, who now sends the ball long to Tana. Not a great pass. What can she do off this against the set defence? The Italians managed to knock it back in volleyball style.
2 passes, and
yeah.
Chiara's got to go.
A high shot, Civitillo runs through. Now sets up the counter-attack. She's really looking for those today, both for herself and for other people, and it works. Tana manages to get the score against Abutsu and Volonte.
Feels like it's all happening down one end in terms of all the points.
And yeah, Betty being caught there by Fava. Rajo. Tana first this time. Takes the shot, and Volonte digs it to her left as she sets, but nobody running that far wide. And Switzerland edge back into the lead.
I wonder if Italy will make a change in terms of bringing the 4 up Tana's end. It looks like she's scoring a lot of points.
Landing called there on Volonte. Late shot. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that as well, or if they think that having more on second line will be able to do better on that one. Civitillo shoots, and Madella almost comes down on the ball, grabbing it into herself. Now gets the ball back and shoots, and in between the gap of Lydia Fava and Civitillo. Ball slow time returns to the end. Fava will bring it in from the back. Araujo. Sends it to Marian Favre. Shoots.
Good take.
Caught by Betty. Abutsu. On to Jackie. Switches across to Volonte. Shoots the 90 and it's caught. Rohrbach and Araujo again, that combination there. Fava. Momentana. Salza moves to back her up.
Good take. Moves the ball
Neutralises the immediate counter-attack. As Jackie shoots. And it pops up and Tana catches. Switzerland will now have to move the ball to the other end or they'll be penalised. They do, but it's not a particularly accurate pass. The scores stay 11-11.
Keki looking frustrated. It feels like it's very one-dimensional. Everything's going through. It's quite predictable. I think she wants a little bit of movement.
Italy do have the likes of excellent shot there, just to the left knee of Cecchi. Don't forget, Italy do have the big guns of Mantovani on the bench as well to be able to bring on if needed. The other right shooter position. Betty certainly been shut down quite well by this Swiss end of 3 here. She's not been scoring nearly as often as she has in some of the other games in this tournament, but Tana caught well there by Volonte, and Italy get the chance to reset through Azzurri. Cecchi shoots and caught by Rohan Rohrbach. Fava across to Tana. That looked like a bit of a weary run-in, but she manages to get the point. Just a slightly tired jump, as you might expect at the end of 3 hard days of competition. Volonte now. Switch to Cecchi. Sends the ball on. Betty shoots and Fava catches cleanly. Slight ricochet off the hands, but nobody else involved. Cecchi shoots, catches there rather.
Still solid in defence. Can always do a job.
What an excellent catch by Salza. I told you she's been such a good defensive powerhouse for the Swiss, and it shows there, and they managed to turn it over and get the point. See, Civitillo is really driving the Swiss to constantly counter-attack when she sees the opportunity, and she's often the driving factor to go, right, give me the ball. I want to initiate this here, and it's given the Swiss another point there. Volonte, Jackie. Salza, oh, Rojo not able to take the rebound there as Salza dives to her left.
Last 40 seconds of the first period.
Tana shoots off the fingers of Abutsu and down in front of Jackie. Donardi, as we noticed earlier, is wearing hair clips in the colours of the Italian tricolour in her hair. Rojo Sets the play for Father. Come through and scores! A difficult to defend height there. Kind of nasty spinning shoulder to head height. Seconds few left in this game. This period, rather. Italy do get the point right at the end. They'll take the last blood of the period, but Switzerland were up by 3, 16-13 at the end of a very interesting first period.
Yeah, I mean, it went back and forth. There were periods Italy were on top, maybe a point or two, but from a neutral point of view, it definitely felt like Switzerland were in control. Yeah,
Italy had periods where they kept the pressure on and got the score back, even getting on top, but they didn't quite manage to sustain that for long enough to be able to stretch a lead. We'll join you in a few minutes after the break.
Allora ragazzi. Cerchiamo di giocare più per dentro.
Spesso capita che le sinistre ricevano il primo passaggio. Sì. E questa cosa avviene. Sì. Quindi dobbiamo tirare il primo.
E poi soprattutto abbiamo 3 secondi. Quando difendiamo, usiamoli raga, soprattutto adesso che siamo sotto. Sia quando siamo tanto sotto che dobbiamo respirare, sia quando siamo tanto sopra perché dobbiamo gestire. Usiamo i 3 secondi, diamo il tempo a tutti di arrivare in posizione. Dai!
And you join us as the teams start to step back onto court for the second period of the final of the Women's Nations Cup. The referees encouraging the Swiss players back onto the court.
Looks like there's been a sub for Italy.
Yeah, Mantovani coming on,
Let's see what
replacing
fire.
Betty. We did say that Betty was struggling to get some of her shots through. The Swiss also making a substitution. Fanari now coming on in the right shooter position to replace Romantana.
Fontana, interesting choice. Let's see how it pays off.
Robach. Fanari. Shoots and caught by Cecchi first thing. Travel called on Carola Donardi.
So 3 points down for Italy, but they are so resilient. They've got such mental toughness. I'm sure that team talk is all about.
And we've seen from the first minute of this game, 3 points can disappear or appear in a minute.
Yes.
So it really won't take a huge amount to swing this final one way or the other. Cecchi. Oh, the 90-degree shot goes through the legs of Fanari. A perfect nutmeg there.
2 for 2 in this first period. Looks like that break came just at the right time.
You know the rules of nutmegs, though. They don't count unless you call them. Fava shoots a lovely spin shot into the gap there between Mantovani and Azzurri. Welcome to the game, Mantovani. You are going to have to deal with some very high-quality shooting from this Swiss trio. Abutsu. Volonte. Shoots first time and spins it over the left-hander, Fenari there.
Welcome to the game, Fenari.
Yeah, both of these new shooters getting a little bit of a baptism of fire with some of the high-quality shots in their direction. Parkinson's Fava Civitillo scores the point. The defense just can't quite come together. And Araujo now moving up into the defensive end of 3 as Parkinson moves to 4 to partner Sousa. Landing called on Medella.
Replacing Lydia Favre.
Yeah, Lydia Favre has indeed come off the court. She's getting some words from her coach, Alonso Ormeño. Fenari. There's the shot, and Cechky catches again. Fenari not quite finding the full range that we know that she can get between 0 and 90 here. Mantovani winds up for the shot and scores! Araujo brings the ball in from the back. Parkinson. Rohrbach. Quick shot, and frame is called as it bounces between Cechky and Butsu.
Still that 3-point gap, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels point for point.
Mantovani now. Cechky shoots, and it rebounds off the knees of Sousa and away from the Swiss defence as Italy score the point.
It's starting to feel now for Cechky that she's got a few more opportunities.
Do you think that's due to the personnel change for Switzerland, or do you think she's just found her groove?
A bit of both. I think that pace on the long ball from Mantovani allows Chiara Cechky to attack that ball and in doing so hit more dangerous range, which is obviously a nightmare for the Swiss.
Parkinson to Rohrbach, who takes the shot off her opposite foot and scores, putting into a nice position for the 90-degree there, and the Italian defence not able to get round to it. The lead had shrunk to 1 point with a given point from Fava there. Italy will now return. Donardi to Cechky with a long ball, but Medella can't quite get hold of that one. Araujo quickly to Fava. Civitillo sends the ball long. What can Fenari do with this? She shoots wide and low, about 30 degrees, and the returning Italian defence weren't able to get back in time.
That was low. Very close to the line.
Donardi. A lovely spin shot from Medella, but Civitillo is equal to it. What a catch! Plays it quickly to Parkinson. Rohrbach has one pass, sets her opposing shooter, Fenari, who goes down the line, and Volonte catches there.
Very solid take.
Volonte now with the ball, spins it, and that's bounced on the floor just before Fenari. Hopefully get the point.
Feels like Fenari's getting the brunt of the Italian force here.
I wonder what the Swiss can do to change the way they defend, or potentially empower Fenari to be able to catch more as Abutsu there digs it to herself. Cechky now sends the ball long. One more pass left. Fontana has come onto the court, switches across to Mantovani, and Fava catches. Sets the ball to Araujo. Civitillo shoots against a set 4 defence. She backed herself, but just not quite enough to get through the high-quality Italian defence there. Cechky now shoots, and the ball goes between Parkinson and Rohrbach.
Wowee.
1 point behind Italy now, as Parkinson waits behind the back line for the ball to restart the game. Here it comes now. Araujo. Fava. First time shot. Caught by Azzurri. Abutsu. Mantovani shoots. Araujo catches now. And yells her gleeful cry. Ball back again off the opposite foot. Fenari shoots a nice high shot. Oh, it's almost dug by second line for Donardi to come back round. Just Azzurri was charging through too quickly and was able to parry it up into the air, but wasn't quite able to claim it for herself. Just too much momentum there. Donardi. Fontana. Mantovani. Tcheki angles her body, arcs her back to be able to shoot, as she was running in very flat along the line there. So in order to get it that kind of angle, she had to some contortionism.
Landing
Rollback
called.
called, yeah, landing. Just a little heavy-footed there.
I really like this partnership, Fontana to Montavani. Moving the ball across the D. You're creating threat all over the court. I think that is why Italy have been able to close this initial gap.
And on that occasion, moving the ball across the D via the frame and then the floor to score a point for Italy.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
Good.
This time Azzurri manages to charge through and time her run correctly to catch it on front line. Second line, sorry. Volonte shoots, but it's caught by Sousa. And Rohrbach mishandles the ball. Sousa holds her hand up in apology, but I think that was Rohrbach's error there. Italy now with the opportunity to bring this game level. Ball across to Fontana. Switch to Mantovani. Sorts her legs out. Yeah.
But it's still a solid take from Marion Favre, nonetheless.
Absolutely. Really good defending there.
She always seems to be so set in her position, with such strong defensive positioning to be able to always take these catches.
It's a real feature of the women's game, really, just how strong the defence is, and it's almost challenging the shooters to get better, to shoot around them, to shoot through them. So you know just how strong defensively almost everybody on these teams are.
Tcheki with the knee hunter. Straight off the pads, back out of court. That's how we score points.
Tcheki the hunter. Fenari. And Abruzzo catches low down there and sends it to Nadi. Fontana are called travelling there by the main referee. She holds her hands up to apologies to her team. Favre quickly across to Civitillo. I like the quick switch, but the 45-degree shot was covered off by the Italian defence there.
They move so quickly as a unit. It's really, really lovely to see.
Tcheki shoots and caught by Sousa on front line there. He loops the ball high. No need for a quick counter-attack here. Civitillo. Oh, the referee wasn't quite sure what to call with that. The Italians look back at the main referee as he agrees with the call of point. The Italian defenders do not agree. But it was correct. It's definitely a point. Tana Mantovani.
Oh.
Wide shot and the obstruction. Oh, so unlucky there. Feels like both sides are just rushing into playing slightly quicker than their normal pace now. I wonder who it is that's driving that. One of these sides will be going at that pace because they want to try and do something with it, and the other side will be unintentionally following them as a result.
Good point from Tcheki. Oh, just from that last shot from Montavani. That's so unlucky because it was such a nice shot off the frame. Travelling mid-court.
Yep. Swiss now being called for it, and Donardi will take the breakdown. Fontana. Spin shot caught by Civitillo, who sees the opportunity for the counter-attack, puts it over the top, but Abruzzo reads her and slides in on second line to deny her.
Nowhere, the Italian shadow.
Great catch by Parkinson there on front line. Arrojo, Nussbaumer. Fenari now. Shoots, and that's meat and drink for Volonte. Straight into the chest, a nice easy catch.
She's not had a lot of luck this period, Fenari. Both in
Make her
offense
own luck.
and defense.
The Italian shadow, is that what we're calling Abruzzo?
Oh,
Or
she's
is that what
everywhere.
you're calling Abruzzo?
She's everywhere.
Are shadows everywhere?
If it's light enough.
Favre with the spin shot there to beat the Italian defence. So with 5 minutes left in the second period, Switzerland are up by 1 point. Abruzzo. Across the quick switch to Tcheki. Oh, technically a given point there as the ball rebounds from the defence. And Sousa, in her attempt to dive to get it, has the ball rebound into her face off the frame, which is immediately then the given point. Fenari holds the ball high, sends to Nussbaumer, pops it through the gap, ricochets off the upper arm there of Tcheki. Just drops before second line can catch it. Yeah, wow.
So dangerous when you hit a gap with that much power. Doesn't matter if you're there on second line, it's really hard to react to that.
Araujo will now bring the ball into Parkinson. So we hear someone with a microphone in the crowd. And Jackie catches Fanari again. I do think the Swiss are going to have to make a change. Fanari's not had a huge amount of luck, and I think Tanner may need to be prepared.
Oh, landing called. That's so unlucky. Such a fantastic shot. I mean, it takes a lot to beat Marion Favre in that kind of position. And lovely shot. Unlucky.
See the Swiss preparing their right shooter Neuhaus here. He'll shortly be coming onto the court. Is it to replace Fanares, we might think, who finally scores the point and is immediately substituted. Neuhaus runs on to take her place. Denardi, Volonte, Cecchi. One thing we haven't seen a lot of from Italy in this period is those long balls that we saw were a massive feature of the first period, but they've not been nearly as many in this second period now. Maybe it's just the style of these shooters. Maybe Fontana, as great defence from Italy there, maybe Fontana and Mantovani are not as well set up for it. Main referee calls travelling there.
I think they've been so successful just at their ends across the D in picking gaps and shooting good shots that the long ball's not necessarily required.
Well, do you think maybe when you talked about it feeling like the Jackie was a little bit frustrated and that it was all kind of going through her and it was a bit static, that was a result of the long balls all kind of going towards her, and now that we've seen a genuine threat come on from Mantovani at the other end to rival her, Italy haven't needed to do it as much.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Mantovani definitely has a presence.
Given point there from Favre. Unlucky. Italy move into a 1-point lead.
I don't think that takes anything away from Nicole Betty. I think she is equally as dangerous a shooter, but maybe just lacks that power, but obviously she has that placement.
Nussbaumer, Neuhaus, Parkinson shoots head height at Cecchi, who catches, quickly sends it to Donardi, who now moves the ball to the other end. Fontana sends it across. Parried up and caught on the rebound by Civitillo. Just holding her knee there for a second. Civitillo obviously excellent player for the Swiss, but recently recovered from a significant knee operation. She looks fighting fit back on the court now as Cecchi winds up high and scores the shot beyond 90.
Is there anything she can't do? I don't know.
Can she do it on a wet and cold windy night at Stoke?
Yes, probably.
Depends if Tchoukball's played outside or not. Landing called there, but that saves the given point from Civitillo.
Oh, Italy have started to turn it around. 2 points up from 1 point down at the end of the first period.
Abutsu. Volonte. Costa Cecchi shoots and Parkinson catches. Roar of approval there. Nussbaumer, Neuhaus shoots the wide shot and it's dug up by the Italian front line, but they can't quite get there. High fives all round for this Swiss defence as we move into the last minute now of this second period.
It's a really tricky one to defend. It was dug into the second line, but straight into the stand.
Fontana shoots and Civitillo catches. 2 passes used as she signals. Favre across to Civitillo. I thought she was signalling 2 passes there, but now she sent it long, so I don't really know what she was going for.
25 seconds to go.
Cecchi now with that long ball to Mantovani. Jumps high to receive it, and that comes off the frame there. 13 seconds left. Will the Swiss have the game awareness enough to be able to sort their play in such a way to allow the shot but not let Italy shoot? No, they won't. And will Italy have the chance to conceding the given point right at the end? I mean, a right shooter conceding a given point just before the buzzer blows on the Brandt Arena. I can't imagine what's that like.
Oh, I wouldn't know. No, hey-ho. At least now's the time to do it in the second period. It would have been horrifying if it was at the end of the third.
We've seen that happen, but as it stands, the game is intriguingly poised as we go into the final period with the scores tied at 29-all. Back in a few minutes.
Suisse. Pour un Suisse. Italie. Italie encore, Italie, ici. Italie. Italie, Suisse, il y a pas, Suisse, il y a pas de place, Suisse. Italie, déposez ce Suisse, là. Italie. Italie, à Suisse, Italie d'abord. Et c'est parti. 29 matchs très serrés.
And you join us again. The start of this third period now. Seeing a slight quirk in the rules of tchoukball there. Normally the team starting with the ball at the end of the start of the third period are the ones who are down on the score, but because the scores were level there, it goes back to the team who took the ball at the start of the first period.
Looks like a change for Italy. Nicole Betti replaces Silvia Montevani. Perhaps she's struggling with an injury.
Yeah, hard to tell. You can see the tape down her arm there, so maybe it's related to that. Fontana stays up, but Italy quickly move into a 2-point lead.
2 quick points for Nicole Betti. 2 solid points as well.
Tana now, what can she do? She scores down the line. She is approximately 80% limbs like her brother on the Swiss men's team, and she uses them to good advantage to fire that one down the line with the Italian defence having no answer. A wayward pass there from Italy, and
so a partnership we've
Salza.
not seen yet for Italy is Fontana to Betti.
Yep. We've yielded the first 2 points of this period as Civitillo brings the scores back level again, punishing that poor Italian pass at the other end. Head high shot that was deflected up, but not within reach of the Italian defence. Abutsu. Jackie sends the ball long to Fontana. Waits for it, shoots, it comes off the frame, and the referee calls that. So, drops the ball for Fava. Turns it to her sister. Switches across to Civitillo. Tana now shoots.
Good take,
60 degrees, and Checky swallows that up, yells. The heavens. And, ooh,
cool.
Yeah, would have been a given point otherwise. So probably a lucky landing there. Rollback looks to take the spin option around the Italian defence, but only succeeds in hitting it off the frame, and Abutsu will have the ball from the breakdown. Donardi. Across Fontana off the frame there. Salza takes it.
Lots of frames from Fontana.
Civitillo. Fava. Switch to Fava. Shoots. And it goes through the gap. Almost Abutsu taking the ball one-handed with her left hand as she drops to her knees on second line, but the ball just gets away from her.
It always just feels like it's just Abutsu in second line, and she just manages to get everywhere. I think she reads the game so well.
The point has been called. Stefano Cecchi, the Italian coach, expressing his frustration there for the main referee Everald. 70% of the world is covered by water, the remaining 30% is covered by Abutsu on second line.
I love that. Copyright that now.
Fontana across. Now Betti sends the ball long to Cecchi. What can she do with this? She almost drops the ball, but she arcs her back. Shoots the 90-degree shot right around the Swiss defence. Tana was not in a position to catch that.
The flight of the ball was so unique, but it landed right in Chiara's hands, and she was able to pick a massive gap.
Fava. Rohrback looks for the high shot. Abutsu on front line there. Parries it up and catches it herself. Volonte, Cecchi with one pass left. Sends the ball long. What can Betty do with this? Off balance and landing called. I think frame as well. Yeah, that was mostly in the past there. The right idea, but just the wrong execution. Favre feints the wrong one. Goes for a chest high shot, which Betty is clearly frustrated with. Adori and Betty in an animated conversation now as Fontana brings the ball into the back to Abutsu. Volonte shoots, Araujo catches with help from Sousa. Tana down the line and landing called.
But caught. Of course she's there. Abutsu, the Italian wall. The Italian wall, the Italian shadow.
Yeah. As metaphors go, I'm not sure I can get a shadow to cover the entire... Maybe the Great Wall of Italy, that stretches quite a long way. Maybe we'll have to mix our metaphors here, James.
I like it.
Favre shoots, it rebounds, and Fontana, having already dropped away to try and defend the shot from Civitio, was in the right place to catch that. It's recycled quickly to Cecchi. What can she do with it? It's caught by Araujo on front line.
Oh, it's point for point.
Rohrback spins the shot through, and it's scored! A large gap opens up there between Volonte and Abutsu.
I mean, Abutsu is well above everyone else in terms of catches. 13 catches already. Next best at 7. Almost.
Is that from both sides or just from Italy?
Just from Italy.
Civitio there with the catch. On to Sousa. Rohrback sends it across. Tana shoots. It's dug up and no one there on second line. Just come up a little bit high, so the high dig making it almost all the way to halfway. Bessie, having not made the run, was not able to help out the defence there. Volonte takes it and runs on. Cecchi shoots, and it's caught by Sousa. Helps with both hands on the ball. Rohrback shoots, and Cecchi catches back. Adori. Fontana switch now to Betty, but doesn't quite get the pass. She high-fives with a little bit of frustration there. Favre, with a red ribbon in her hair, sends it across to her sister. Civitio shoots high over the top, and a given point.
Just out of court there. So unlucky. If that just takes a nick off someone's finger, it's a great point.
Yeah, these are fine margins. Favre into Araujo. Rohrback. Tana down the line.
Ooh, not as effective this period already, I think, Tana.
Yeah, but Fanara, as we said from before, Fanara struggled in that last period. Betty there, getting the ball onto the ground with Lydia Favre slightly too far off the line. And Rohrback across to Tana, who will now send it long. But not very accurately. Another referee.
Halfway through this final period, and it is neck and neck at 36 points each.
Italy have made that substitution again, taking off Fontana and bringing Medella back on. And it works for them as they creep into the lead.
Betty saying, anything Cecchi can do, I can do as well, if not better.
Yeah, it really looks like it. Tana now first time across. Rohrback shoots, and Volonte catches on front line.
Oh, that's a lovely spin shot from Medella.
Yeah.
Who has
Ball comes in from the back now to Sousa. Shoots and caught there. Combination. Dinardi actually making the catch. Medella across. Betty shoots and ricochets off Favre. Oh, and unable to take that. Oh. Frame, I think, is called there.
Oh. Tana and Civitio swapping ends. Let's see how this is going to affect things.
Buto makes the catch again. Dinardi returns. Volonte spins it. Civitio makes the catch back. And she's desperate to drive this Swiss women's side forwards. She makes a shot for Fava, who pops it over second line.
That's such a irritating shot to try and catch. Not quite high enough to go into second line, but just too high for the front line defenders. What a shot.
Back. Civitillo shoots, and that's caught there by Volonte. Denardi now sends it on. Betty pops it up.
Good dig.
Zauser with catch on second line. Fava turns the position. What can Katana do here? She shoots, and it's caught by Denardi. Calmly around head high. Betty there tries to put it down the line. Fava plays it up. Zauser there to spare her blushes.
Unreal shot, an unreal catch.
Rojo, what can Civitillo do now? Against this 3-end. It's head high to Volonte, who takes the catch. Spun
Frame
by
ball.
Nadella, but
Frame
frame ball called.
So leading the catches for Switzerland is Ariel.
Okay, interesting, yeah. A combination with Sals and Rohrbach, she's been working really well with both of them, foot on the line there.
Yeah, I think she's been a real menace to Chiara Keki.
Great catch there by Fava on front line. Ball sent across now to Civitillo, who gets the point as it ricochets off Abutsu, who doesn't make the catch this time.
Fair play.
Just under 5 minutes to go, and it is 38-38 in this women's final. Volonte shoots and scores! Wow. And the point there for Fava. See now with the long ball here from Betty. Is that too high? No, it's the right height for Czeki, who shoots and caught by Civitillo, who's defending the right frame pivot position but is still going through the motions of the right shooter. Czeki was just sold on front line there, and they make it count.
Another change for Italy.
Betty off, Mantovani back on. What can she do in the last 4 minutes of this game as Switzerland go up by 1 point?
End-to-end tchoukball from Italy. But Switzerland still leading the way, grinding them down.
Nadella, Mantovani. Oh! Fava just slightly misread that. Was going to her left hand, and she just didn't quite get her body in the right position to be able to defend there. Bounces down onto her leg. Civitillo, high floaty long ball. Good save from Tanner. What can she do with this? Yeah,
Of
course. There on
course,
second
of course she is. She's everywhere. Big long ball up to Chiara Keki.
Oh, and that's initially dug by Rohrbach, and a diving Civitillo can't quite get her hands to it. It's now Italy who are up by 1 point.
Let's go.
Fava. On to Fava, sends it across. Tanner shoots, pops up front line, and caught again by Abutsu on second line. Has she been the difference between these two sides? Parried up there, and it can't be caught by Tanner.
It is, of course, my opinion that defenders should not be players of the match, but in this case, I think you've got to hold your hands up. She's been fantastic, definitely a real game changer.
And as a defender, it is my honour-bound duty to disagree. Tanner scoring down the line there. Brings Switzerland back towards 1 point, and you can hear the crowd urging Switzerland on to try and win this Nations Cup in the last 150 seconds. Mantovani shoots, Tanner catches! What can Switzerland do with this opportunity now? Zauser. Fava. Switch to Tanner. High shot. Oh, landing called.
I mean, catches are so important in this game, but they're going to be so much more in these last 2 minutes. It is point for point.
Atori takes the breakdown. To Abutsu. Volonte. Czeki shoots and caught by Rojo. Fava. Rollback shoots and landing called. She just managed to squeeze that between Abutsu and Czeki, but the point won't count. Atori. Nadella. Mantovani shoots and Fava falling backwards, can't take the catch.
Big point. That's a 2-point cushion for Italy with only a minute and a half to go.
Roll back across. Civitio shoots and Cecchi catches. Donati. Across. Mantovani shoots. Dug up. And they can't quite get there. It's now a 3-point gap. And all Italy need to do properly is to manage this. They should be able to come through to win the Nations Cup. What can Switzerland do to shoot? It's a first-time shot. If it wasn't over before, it is all over bar the shouting now. Volante shoots, Zauser catches.
Still
Civitio calling for the ball. Rohrbach. Civitio shoots, and Cecchi catches again. Donati now. Adela sends it high and over, and Rojo is complaining there. I think potentially some obstruction, but the point is given. Zauser. Tanner shoots and scores.
That's it, surely. Time waste central.
We can't say anything that's not within the spirit of tchoukball. You can just manage your time correctly.
Strategic time management central.
Better. You're better than that, James. Lovely shot there from Italy, and I think that may well be the match with just 2 seconds left. As the crowd count down, the buzzers go.
And that's
and
it.
Italy storm onto the court. They've avenged their earlier defeat by Switzerland by 4 points, winning this game 46-42 in the final period.
Wow, you can really see what team spirit they have. Everyone's on court. The coaches, all the players. It's a real team effort.
Switzerland obviously disappointed with that, but they'll line up into the game to shake each other's hands as the scores are announced. Hugs all round for Italy. Condolences for Switzerland. As we see the Swiss team continue to step back out. The interviews afterwards. But our Women's Nations Cup champions 2025 are Italy.
Italia.
Thank you for joining us. Step off now and be back in a bit for the men's final for the Nations Cup 2025. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Performance, and what's the dominant emotion after this match?
I don't know. There are a lot of emotion, but we know that we are proud of this match, of our competition, because we start not so in the best way. Because the first match with Switzerland we lost, but now this is Italy. This is Italy women, and this match is all for Italy women and the play of Italy women.
Second question. How would you describe the team's cohesion and the communication under the pressure with Switzerland?
Of Switzerland?
With Switzerland.
Ah, ok.
Yeah.
Oh. Come le impressioni? Switzerland for us is a very difficult team because they have a lot of experience and we saw that in this match. But for us it's very wonderful play against Switzerland every time because they are a very, very beautiful team, and for us it's a pleasure make this final in Geneva with the Switzerland team.
Bravo, bravo.
Bonjour Lana, quel match, quelle prestation, de l'émotion à chaque point et un grand bravo pour ce match. Selon vous, qu'est-ce qui vous a manqué aujourd'hui?
Je pense qu'il nous a manqué un peu de... Je sais pas, c'est... J'ai pas vraiment les mots, je pourrais pas forcément y répondre parce que je trouve que le premier tiers on a super bien joué, le troisième tiers aussi, peut-être le deuxième tiers qui a été mal géré, mais en soi il y a tout le monde qui était investi, ça a resté ça qui était extraordinaire à voir en tout cas.
En tout cas, vous n'avez pas à rougir, vous avez fait un match de haut niveau, félicitations encore.
Unidos,